how the future of small business is faster, smarter, and powered by AI. Welcome, Matt.
Hey guys, I'm Butera, as you guys all know, from Stack Digital. We do AI business automations, but as we'll go into, I've done a lot more than that. And I started off when I was 16, but I'll go further into that. I wanted to start off with something very interesting. So first off, I want to tell you guys, I know this sounds very brutal, but everyone's been lied to. You've all been lied to for your whole life. Now, the reason why you've been lied to is because everyone said, take your time, slow and steady wins the race. That's bullshit. Excuse my French. That's not true. In this day and age, it's all about being as quick as you can. Speed to lead, it's all about trying to reconquer that. And the more you can get to that lead as quick as possible, the higher chance that you'll be able to convert those leads. Speed wins in business. So 5 minutes versus 30 minutes. So if a lead comes through, the quicker you can get to that lead, the better it is. So I know I've gone over this, so I'd be curious who remembers the actual stats when I put it up in like 60 seconds. But 5 minutes versus 30 minutes, doesn't seem like a lot. 5 minutes can go very quick, 30 minutes can go very quick. So who's going to have a guess between the conversion rate between 5 minutes and 30 minutes? Who can get it right? 100x more likely from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. That's a huge difference. If you get easily 100x the amount of conversions that you can get, it's about getting to your leads quicker than 30 minutes and getting to them within 5 minutes. They're also 21x more likely to actually qualify. So that's huge. That's a massive, massive difference. So minutes really do matter. A lot of businesses take 2 days a day, 3 days a week. At that point, they're gone. If you've spent money on that lead, you might as well just throw it in the toilet and flush it, because that's what you're doing. So if you're going to be spending money on marketing, or even just having any sort of leads come through, you need to get on top of it ASAP. I urge you guys to get onto it ASAP, whether it's a human, if it's AI, or you hire someone, doesn't matter. Just get on top of it as soon as possible. If you can get onto it within 5 minutes, the conversion rate's even way higher than that. 40% of your competitors are already using AI. Now, that's a huge number. It's 2025, and that's just going to start increasing. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's already robotics. So the future is here, and every company is going to be using AI in their business. 1.3 million Australian businesses are using AI. Who here, put your hand up, who here is using AI in their business? That's about 40% of the room. So if you guys want to be able to kill your competitors, you have to be using AI. If you're not using AI, then you're just wasting time. You're going to be hurting your business because your competitors are going to be getting an edge. And at this point, AI is an edge. Even if you're using ChatGPT, there's still going to be an edge because you can get a higher output. So what does Stack Digital do? So we build AI receptionists and AI chatbots that convert leads 24/7. So whilst you're sleeping, whilst you're on a Cooper, whilst you're eating, doesn't really matter. It's going to be able to handle leads for you and convert them to appointments. You can handle customer support. There's a whole ton of things that AI can do in your business. So since 2013, that's when I started business. I was 16. I actually used to have a bit of an afro. I should have put a photo, that was really funny. I started selling design work. So I started off as a graphic designer. I was doing logo designs for just small businesses, bands, stuff like that, designing logos. I was also doing a lot of logo stuff for YouTubers. So when I was 16, I was a little hustler, had a cracked version of Photoshop, trying to hustle, trying to make money at that point. I was a little entrepreneur. From then, when I was 18, I'm of legal age, I got into the Melbourne nightlife. So I started off as a promoter. I had a large network of friends, and I wanted to go to an event one day, and it was told me the price of the tickets. And I'm like, how can I sell? Because I have a lot of friends that want to go. He goes, become a promoter. And so I ended up selling like 50 tickets, which is pretty crazy, a little 18-year-old. And so I kind of started to make my name in the Melbourne nightlife and started promoting for clubs. I used to party a lot. I used to be very, very social once upon a time. It feels like a lifetime ago. And I eventually started my own events company. So we started running music events, not large scale, but large enough. And I did that for quite a few years. So I did that till well, almost COVID. And then I thought, you know what, just before COVID, I thought, you know what, I want to get out of this industry. I want to actually start a real business that can run all the time, not have to rely on a certain day or a certain date. And so I thought, you know what, I wanted to use all these connections that I still have. So I had a lot of connections within the industry, with DJs, photographers, stuff like that. So I thought, you know what, I want to start a company doing party hire. And a few months after I launched, COVID kicked in. So, lockdowns, and I'm like, you know what, I need to make a strategic decision here. What do? Do I wait? Do I try something else? I thought, you know what, I've learned a lot about marketing my own companies and helping market events and all these different businesses. Maybe I should get out of marketing with that. So that's when I started a full service marketing agency where we're offering websites and SEO and paid advertising and pretty much full service, right? So at that point, I learned a lot about scaling businesses, I learned a lot about scaling clients, and I learned a lot of lessons from that. But what I fell in love with was the technology. I've always been a geek since I was a kid. I've always loved technology, and so I learned a lot from that. So from that, I fell in love with technology, and I thought, you know what, I want to go down the business automation route because I preferred it, I loved it, a lot more than the marketing. And so I help businesses save time and money through systems and automations. And then a few years ago, or a bit more than that, ChatGPT became a thing, and I was one of the first few people who actually knew what it was before everyone's parents knew what it was. And it made a big difference in the amount of work that I can help clients with and help them automating stuff and adding chatbots and things like that into their business as well as the business automations. So that's where I am today. Now I'm doing AI receptionist and AI chatbots for businesses, for local service businesses and e-commerce brands and a whole bunch of things like that. Here's a real photo of me with Michael Jackson. Obviously not. Any leads okay? Me with Ice Cube. So you can see, AI's made a big difference. This third photo I tried to do didn't really look like me. I think it's because I'm not an angry guy, so even AI can't make me angry. But basically, me giving it to Gordon Ramsay, since no one seems to be giving it to him, he dishes it out. So what does AI sound like in 2025? So I've got a live demo to show you guys. Hopefully it's loud enough.
Hi there, you've reached Cooltech Climate Solutions. This is Emma speaking. How can I help?
Hey, I'm just after a quote for air conditioning.
No worries, I can definitely help with that. To get started, can I grab your first name?
Yes, James.
Great, thanks James. Which suburb are you in?
I live in Springvale South.
Excellent, we definitely service Springvale South. What's the best contact number for you?
Yeah, it's 0439 922 788.
Thanks, so that's 0439 922 788. Is that right?
Yeah, correct.
Perfect, thanks James. Is this for a residential property or a commercial one?
Residential.
Great. What's the street address there in Springvale South?
Yeah, it's just 10 Smith Street.
Thanks, James. So that's 10 Smith Street in Springvale South. Is the postcode 3172 there?
Yes.
Brilliant. Let me find you a time for your free quote. I can do this Friday between 9 and 11, or Monday between 11 and 1. Which suits you better?
Can we do Monday at 12 o'clock?
No worries, Monday works. I'll lock you in for Monday between 11 and 1. Perfect. I got you booked for Monday between 11 and 1. Our technician will come to 10 Smith Street in Springvale South for your free assessment and give you a quote on the spot. Takes about 30 to 45 minutes. Sound good?
Yeah, how much does it cost?
Every bit different. So we need to see it in person to price it properly. The good news is the quote's completely free and the tech will give you the exact figures when they're there on Monday. Anything else I can help with today?
Okay, cool, yeah, that's all, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for calling Cooltech. James, have a great day.
So it's very powerful, right? So it can handle a lot of different dynamics in a call. You can handle objections, you can handle questions, FAQs, you can handle a whole bunch of things. So it's very, very powerful, especially for service-based businesses. And chat, it's pretty much the same thing. It's going to be able to reply in seconds. It's the same engine, just different channel. So AI receptionist, you can answer every call, qualifies with questions, you can book, take a message, you can do a whole bunch of things tailored to what you actually need. And an AI message chatbot, it can be over text, it can be over Facebook, it can be over Instagram, it can be over WhatsApp, web chat. There's a whole different ways that we can help automate it, and it can be very omnipresent, so that way you can get the speed to lead across multiple channels. Capture details, and it can also book or hand off context, as well as handle FAQs and things like that. AI business automation. So we can also do lead capture and nurture automations, quotes, proposals. We can do reviews, reputation, invoicing, email inbox manager, client onboarding, hiring and screening, follow-ups and sequences, plus a whole lot more. If it can be automated with AI, there's a whole lot of things we can do. So what to listen for when it comes to finding a referral for me? So people say we keep missing calls, our inbox is a mess, leads slip through, after hours hurt us, I'm overwhelmed with leads, which is always a good problem to have. Think of me. And here's what you can say. I know a bloke who does AI stuff that converts leads 24/7. I'm the nerd, the one that knows AI. I don't expect you guys to understand a little thing about it. So you don't have to go into full details, just say you know about it. If anyone wants to take a photo, feel free. 95% of the adopters of AI report revenue or savings. So if you're going to be using AI, you're going to be saving money on staff. You're going to be also helping with your conversion rates across lead generation and marketing. So your marketing will be significantly improved if you use AI to be able to convert those leads. Want to test it? If you guys want to reach out to me, maybe after the meeting or anything like that, I can actually show you a demo. I can send you a link to something. I would say email me, but my email's down. I'm having some technical issues, but other than that, that's been done. Anyone have any questions? Sure.
Quick one. So a problem that I always have is I'm on the phone constantly. So I miss potentially phone calls.
Yeah.
So my question is, I guess, if you were to implement an AI chatbot or answering machine, so to speak, can you set it up so that, say, if I don't answer the phone within 20 seconds or 30 seconds, then it kicks in rather than it answering every phone call? The reason I say this is there's a lot of people out there who want to talk. I mean, I would say most business owners want to talk to a real person, and especially younger business owners and also older business owners. The two ends of the spectrum don't want to deal with AI because either they know it's AI, or they're like, I want to talk to a person, right? Can you do that? Can you set it up that way?
Yeah, good question. So there's a few different ways you can do it. Typically, for most businesses that we work with, we have it forward to a particular number that automatically handles the call AI. However, there's also alternatives. So you can have it where if it rings the voicemail, you can call your carrier and basically say, instead of going to voicemail, have it forward. So then you can then forward it to the AI number that's going to be prepared.
Gotcha.
Now, if you wanted to be able to have it, go to the AI or voicemail earlier, depends on the carrier, but typically you can have it where there can be less rings. So basically, instead of it ringing, say 9 times, depending on the carrier, you can have it ring maybe like 5 times instead of 4 times. That just depends on the carrier, though. It's always going to be different. However, usually what I typically would say is I recommend having an AI answer every call, so then that way you can get best benefit from it. And you can have it in a certain way where if someone asks to speak to a human, you can then forward it to your number, or if it's urgent, or if it thinks that they're a hot lead, it can then go straight to you. So then if they're a tire kicker, you can handle it. You can almost act as a gatekeeper, and anything that needs to go to you or anyone else, you can do that. So I'll typically recommend going that way instead of having it ring a few times. Some people might ring a couple times and okay, maybe not. Or some people, they're just lazy and they don't let it ring through. So then if they don't get an answer immediately, you could still be losing leads.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Does it disclose that it's AI at all? Or
Sorry?
does it disclose when it picks up your phone call? Does it disclose that it's AI at all, or not particularly?
It just depends how you set it up. So I'll recommend not saying it's AI unless someone asks. You don't want to lie and say, nah, I'm not an AI, you're actually human.
Yeah.
But if people ask, then you can say, yeah, I'm an AI, here to support you, here to be a person. But otherwise, yeah, typically I just give like a regular name. And yeah, and most people won't even know it's AI. People are busy, people aren't going to be listening to every single detail. And we try to pick voices that sound very human, as you can see, that sound like a very reception-y type of voice. Anyone else have any questions?
I have a question. Sorry.
No, you go.
One more.
question.
Okay.
No, it's all right. You go.
The question is how easy it is to feed the small business information, we call it training, that it brings up to speed in terms of knowledge.
Yeah, so typically every single AI that we set up will have access to what we call a knowledge base. So we'll put in all your FAQs, all your business information, opening hours, your, if there's any emails, any sort of like services or products that you do, what you don't do especially, and we train it on everything. So that way, every single project that we do is very tailored to every single business. We never do any templates, it's not cookie cutter, and it's trained on exactly the details of your business that we'll work closely with you and ask you all the time questions. Our onboarding is very thorough, so that way it's trained on the best information possible to be able to be the best AI possible for your business.